Thank you, everyone, for playing along this evening. All right. Welcome to the stream. It is my pleasure this evening to welcome back to the show a friend of the show, a true original. He's one of these people, and I say it all the time. There are certain people that you just can't go, oh, he's kind of like so-and-so. That guy reminds me of my old buddy so-and-so, or this guy kind of, yeah. No, none of that here tonight. The guy here tonight's a total original. I've said it before, when they made this guy, they cracked the mold, but you should have seen what they did to the guy who designed it. My guest this evening is none other than comedian Terrell Norton, and that interview begins in 3, 2, and 1.
I don't need your validation.
Thanks, no, but I've already got a father.
I always, every bar I go to, it's the same thing. Hi, guys.
Every bar he ever goes to, it's the same thing.
Whiskey and a beer.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, are we going to caption that? Like, what do you guys think that every bar says to Terrell when he shows up?
Oh, I don't think.
Now taking suggestions.
I think it might be a blow to my personal standing of what they would guess.
People. That's a lovely fellow watching right now. That's a lovely woman out there watching right now. Yeah.
You stop it.
And sometimes there's handsome ladies. Sometimes there's. Sometimes there's lovely princess men.
All you can really describe a person as is either beautiful or handsome, despite their gender or identification. Gotta include those.
Hey, I got an idea though, and here's my problem. You know how they're pretty much there's these I don't know, because Terrell's been on, so we can talk whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is a laid out interview right here. This is a product of Sandra Slade, who was supposed to be here tonight.
Fucking Sandra
is coming next Friday. So, and I had an opening next Friday. So she bumped. And then I was at Starlight last Friday doing a show, and I had a drink. My buddy Terrell was there, and he was having a drink. And I was like, hey, Terrell, wouldn't it be great if you came back to the show? Because I got an opening this Friday. He goes, I'd love to. And I said, really? And he goes, yeah. And I was like, done.
That happened. And I think it was more along the lines of you go, hey, so kind of bummed out. I think this next Friday I don't have a guest. And I think I had like a glass of whiskey in my hand, and I just kind of went, I'll do it, man. It was so much fun. Let's go again.
And then Stetson Banks got on, and then Terrell's over there keeping me and Hill. Shh! I do if you guys are on stage.
Just shut up. Your drunk voice sounds like Trump.
Does it?
Yeah, a little bit.
Can I get paid for that? I instantly thought, I was like, can I monetize that?
Dude, no, anyway? You remember we were talking before all of these people were watching. We were talking, I saw that video where they showed you who Trump's spiritual advisor is.
Oh, no, you were telling me about it.
Yeah, she's like this evangelical blonde chick, and she is, how do I phrase this?
Wackadoodle?
Fucking garbage people. She is convinced that since she, quote-unquote, walks with God, wherever she walks, she can declare it holy ground. Yeah.
I'm gonna argue this point, and here's the only reason why. I typically would not take the side pro or con to religion. You believe what you want.
You do you.
Yeah, you do you. When you get in the voter's box, you flip the lever, you do what you want to do. I'll go to whichever church or not go to whichever church I choose.
I'll ignore whatever church I want.
Yes. But here's the thing. I was raised in a Christian household, and the one thing I can take away from it is Jesus, from what I've read, hung out with fishermen,
prostitutes, tax collectors, politicians. The only people he was ever rude to in the entire Bible that I can
In the entire
mention,
Bob.
yeah, in the entire Bob,
The whole thing.
yeah, the Holy Bob that I can
Holy Bob.
that I can actually
Hey, the
put my
holy
finger-
fucking Bible.
The only people that he was ever rude to were the religiously pious people. That was it. Like everybody else, he was like, "Come one, come all." They even asked him. He preached nothing but one thing: love. Right? That's all he did. It was like, "Hey, which one of the 10 Commandments is the most important, Rabbi?" And he goes, "Oh, love God and love your neighbor as yourself." And they're like, "Wait, what?" And he's like, "That's it."
Those are he kind of politicianed
Yeah,
that answer because
he was
like,
love above all.
I'm just gonna.
No,
I'm just
love
gonna-
above all. He was like, whatever. What if a guy hits me in the face? Love him. You know, I mean, that was what he preached. So for the kind of people that I see on television, I think there's going to be a difference between the people that hear from God and the people that, at the end of days, God's going to go, you look familiar, but I don't. What? Who are you again?
What's your name?
My brother-in-law Chris, he used to say all the time. He used to quote Gandhi. Gandhi said, "Your Christ I like. It's his followers I have a fucking problem
They're
with."
fucking assholes
Yeah.
half the time. I posted. Okay, so I'm on.
Same thing with soccer. There's a lot of people think I hate Man United. I don't hate Man United.
Oh no, I hate their fans.
I hate Man United supporters. Yeah, they're garbage.
They're fucking awful. I posted the video that I saw of the old religious spiritual advisor, whatever the fuck you want to call her. That
Is that how they're labeling
spiritual
her?
advisor is what was apparently what her title is. She works at the White House. And so I posted a video of all of the batshit crazy stuff she's been saying. And my caption was, "What a garbage person."
Okay.
People pretty much were on board, like agreed. Yeah, one girl even said I am garbage person and we don't accept her. Things like that. Everyone was pretty much on board. And then who the fuck should decide at the very end to comment, but a fucking Christian. A fucking Christian wants to...
Sorry.
Oh, they're a garbage person because they believe in something you don't. If you think that's the problem I had, you did not watch that video at all. Because she said stuff about, oh, well, I walked on it, so it's holy ground. Anyone who goes against... This is my favorite one. Anyone who goes against Trump is going against God. Let that sink in. Yeah. No, we'll let it sink in.
I'm not Trump's PR guy, but I mean, if you were going to have an endorsement, why not from the creator of the universe? I think that's a brilliant PR move. Trump endorsed by God.
All I know is that I've never thought of Trump's publicist or PR guy. That's got to be one of the most hardworking and ultimately futile jobs.
No.
No, because he's just going to get on stage and say the dumbest shit. He's going to go, okay, spin. How do we do this?
Dude, you cannot sell me. You cannot sell me. I have 100 people maybe watch this show tonight. Trump has thousands show up. And it
just live. No, that's just live. He has millions that'll watch the video.
People buy that, though. People aren't buying boring, logical, common sense guy. They're buying that. Of course, it's sensational.
Oh, my God.
That sells itself. The PR guy's probably the laziest
I
fucking guy on the
will
planet.
tell you right now, if we go down this rabbit trail, I'm going to end up I'm going to be over here just doing this thing, just really, scratching away.
Rubbing an eyebrow off.
Yeah, because, that's the thing, is that
Okay,
it's
we'll switch
especially because you do have a
switch
big UK following, right?
Yeah.
So, we think that we're tired of hearing about it. You know what I mean? This is a leader in another country, and I'm sure English people are just tired of hearing about it as well.
I was telling him before we started, I honestly don't know why this thing went to committee that's going to fill out a 700-page report on this, because nobody's going to read it. People are falling asleep during the movie version. They lost 1 million from the first day to the second day. Just people are like, really?
I'm telling you, it's just kind of like a committee. Why? You live in the same country. You've watched the news every day that I have.
Here's the thing that bothers me about politics.
Everything?
No, it's mainly the us and them that bothers me in politics.
Oh, well, yeah, they have to do that.
The people that we choose to represent us. And when I say us, I mean someone who works, if you take 365 days a year minus 104 days because you have 52 weekends, 2 days a weekend, so minus 104 days, 260 days a year, you and me and him have to get out there and bust our ass and work, right? And then we hire these people. The Senate last year, or I'm not going to say last year. I'm going to say the last time I checked on this was the last year of the Obama presidency. I haven't checked on it during the Trump presidency, but the last year of like 2016, 2015, the average day that a senator was in session was 98. A House of Representatives, 97. They barely work 2/5 of the amount of time that we work, and they get paid hundreds of $1,000s, and then they do shit that we didn't even ask for. That's what bothers me. It's like, we passed the law for you. Like, what law was it? We made cancer airborne and contagious. No! Stop helping!
Not once
I don't
did I ask you to do that.
I don't remember anybody asking for that. You know? It's like the most horrible shit. It's like, we're making your life better. You're not.
You're really
and I'm
not.
paying you way too much. And you're failing. If anybody else got paid that much money and had that kind of, first of all, attendance record, and then what you got accomplished, your performance evaluation, they wouldn't have that job.
I don't think,
Hell no, they wouldn't have that job. You'd be out of there.
Anyway.
That's what bothers me about politics.
What bothers me about it is all the people. It's
Just the people?
Just people.
Yeah. You're like Sandra. You get tired of people.
I just hate people. I really do. Like, a person is smart. A person is capable of processing new
you hate the
information.
plural.
I hate people.
Got it.
Because all you need is one thing that someone will say behind a camera, someone will say behind a microphone. They say one thing, and that people, all of a sudden, they're just like, I'm riled up. Let's do some shit.
So as far as the PC police go, I would say their broadest target is comedians, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Like, as far as most jobs, stand-up comedians have to do the most bending of things to fit within a politically correct.
Well, and the thing is that they try and do it to a point of, even after, like, comedians like Dave Chappelle, Bill Burr, that it's like they got famous for doing bits that it's like they were spot on. They weren't edgelords.
Right.
But they didn't give a fuck if it hurt your feelings.
So where would Carlin fit in today's comics?
Carlin couldn't do comedy these days.
At all?
I think he could, but I
Don't you
think
he
the
would get a
same
pass
thing would
just
happen
because of his scope of work?
No. Because here's the thing: modern day, what should I call them? Assholes. They don't. They don't give a shit. They don't give a shit about the work that went into it. They don't give a shit about the artistry behind it or anything like that. All they give a shit about is just they are a rat trying to get into a wall, and once they find that hole, they go through it. So Bill Burr's latest one, Paper Tiger, which is one of my favorite stand-ups that's come out in the last couple of years or anything like that. He talks about vulnerability of being a father with a daughter. He talks about being a man who has to like control his anger issues. He talks about having to get rid of his dog because he loves his daughter and he had to do that and all that. But all anyone could focus on is he had a joke where he said something about he wanted to offend feminists. That's all they could focus on. They're like, I didn't even watch the rest of it. I was like, it was an hour special and that joke's 15 minutes in.
So like all the pressure that we are under.
I'm not under any pressure. I don't give a fuck what they say.
Okay, well, all the pressure that, let's just say, society is under as a whole.
Yeah.
Don't you think it would just all go away if people had to prove how they were offended? If they just go, that bothers me, and you need to stop. Because my problem is...
No. Half the time it's not even the group.
I don't even care about the person in the audience that hears a joke and gets offended. That's not the problem. That's not a problem. That happens all the time. Not 100 people. 100 people in a room, you think all 100 of them is going to like your joke? No, you're naive. Stop it. Just quit. But
man, I killed that room. Shut the fuck up.
But the point is, the one person or two people that don't like your jokes used to, this is how it was handled. I didn't care for that guy. Next time he's in town, I probably won't go out to his show, and I probably won't buy his album. Okay. Now, if that guy offends you, I want him gone. I want him crucified. I want him to lose his job. I don't want him on TV anymore. He's not allowed to make money. He's not allowed to do comedy. He's not allowed to support his family anymore because I was offended. No, fuck you.
No, there's the funniest thing in the world.
You are gone. Goodbye.
Dave Chappelle had this bit on his latest special where it wasn't even that he said anything really that negative about this trans woman. But the fact that he brought up a trans woman, a bunch of people got offended. Here's what's hilarious about that. I know my fair share of trans people. None of them were offended. Like, none of them. I'm not talking like, oh, well, most of them, and I just say no. No, literally none of the trans people that I talked to were offended by Dave Chappelle's bit. No, it was straight white women.
Oh.
Those are the ones that got all offended, being like, we have to stick up for trans people. It's like, no, you don't. They're people, and they
were white knighting for trans.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here. Like, they're allowed to be, like, if they're offended, trust me, they'll let you know. This is America, and we all have a keyboard away from being like, hey, fuck this person, fuck that person. I could get on this fucker right here, my phone, and I could piss off every one of you watching if I wanted to. I know I could.
I thought you were going to say something along the lines of, as individuals, they weren't offended, but when they all got together as a group, they all got offended.
It's weird. They have a book club, and they just, that Dave Chappelle fella, I don't care for him. But that was the thing, is that it's like none of them, because I had to ask. Because, I just assume, I'm of the mindset, fuck everybody. So, I mean, like, hey, if we're getting along, great. If not my fucking problem. That seems like your problem. Hey, fluffy dog. You can't see it, but this is a cute fucking dog.
I'm British, learn how to fucking spell.
I'm British, learn how to spell. Is this an attack on the American education system? Because trust me, none of us in America are going to fight you on that.
Actually, we're all too dumb to understand if that's a cut down.
Hold on, man. What did he say? you bet you give you a knuckle sandwich, no tomato. That's going to happen. I get really into that character.
Before you Europeans get all huffy about us Americans, just remember where you got corn. And the band.
Jonathan Davis.
And maize.
Maize.
What would you say is your greatest contribution to the world so far?
My greatest contribution to the world.
What would you say is like when you the thing that you no let me rephrase this. This could be a good question. What's the one thing that you would love to put on a resume but it's not good enough to be on a resume?
Oof. Oh no. I'm trying to think of how many people I can upset. Okay,
19 Eggo waffles.
Okay. How about this? How about
into a bikini?
When I was really into drugs and stuff,
I've heard of those.
I had sex with a girl for 5 straight hours. I really wish I could put that on a resume or a dating app.
But that's
I'm gonna change my Tinder.
That's actually kind of impressive.
Yeah, it was Adderall. Telling you, it doesn't just focus the mind, guys. It focuses everything.
Ping, 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 ping.
We seriously, at one point, she suggested grabbing a book off of a bookshelf just to be like, can we do a different position? We've done these at least 2 times over.
You guys were looking for Google it.
Yeah, dude. Like after, you don't really grasp. You don't really grasp. Like, okay, that's like 3 movies. You know what I mean? Like that's like 3 Marvel movies, including the credits.
No. Marvel movies like 3 hours.
Yeah, so it's like a Marvel movie.
There's like 2 Marvel movies with the exception. Did you snack breaks?
One more time with your face.
Snack breaks, rehydration. Was it 5 hours without separating?
We took a break, I think, at one point.
A break. Break. Well, that's good.
I needed the break. They're all insane. Women are insane. They're like, no, let's do this for a day and a half. I'm like, I'm getting a cramp. Where? Everywhere. It's all just a cramp now. That's just being held together by pain. Like, that's where we're at.
I'm getting a cramp. I'm getting the saddle. No.
I'm getting a cramp. I'm about to come. You're out of fucking luck.
Beat you. Yeah. I thought it was a race. Sorry.
At one point, she really did look at me, though, and it was like, I think 3.5 in, and she goes, if I had tally marks on the wall right now of orgasms, I'm pretty sure it would look like a prison cell wall.
Humble brag.
I do what I can.
Hashtag humble brag.
Oh, I've already admitted it wasn't me. It was the Adderall. Get the fuck out of here. Even, okay, at that point, at that long into it, yeah, no. I'm sitting there just kind of like, I mean, like...
Do you know how happy I am that I got into the comedy scene or started hanging out, like, in group settings again, way after I was married?
I can understand the just absolute lack of any sort of pressure to be anything other than just let's hang out.
Yeah, that's so much better. It's so much better.
I gotta pee so bad right now.
Yeah, you could go do that.
All right, hey.
Don't kick the camera.
Okay.
I'm gonna sit right here and call a dog.
Oh God.
We're gonna interview Rosie or Cookie next.
It's gonna be weirder when it's a better interview.
Do I have any puppies in the green room? Jeff Brown, if you're watching, someone else has gotten up during an interview to go pee, and they did leave before they had to pee. Chair's still dry. We're doing good. Hope you guys are doing well. This also gives me an excellent opportunity to let you guys know. Immediately following Public Access Live tonight with guest Terrell Norton, will be followed by Bedgood Comics, hosted by Peter Bedgood. Tonight's movie is the 1959 classic House on Haunted Hill, hosted by Vincent Price. Immediately following us, or around 8 or something like that. We'll
Where's your bathroom? I walked into a bedroom. No one was in it.
No one's here.
It's my professionalism that keeps me coming back.
And we're back. Get up there, Cookie. You can get up there, Cookie. You want up there? Come on. There you go. Come on. Oh, there we go. Okay. All right. No, it's my coffee. Tonight's guest is none other than Cookie Yorkie Poo, who's also part Beagle, I think. Right, baby? It's a good girl, good girl? Gonna do some ASMR? Are you Amaranth? Are you gonna be Amaranth? Huh? Go on, talk to him. Alright. That's Cookie, ladies and gentlemen. Cookie. Let's give it up for Cookie. Tonight Dubsky cracks up and interviews dog. Oh, there's been times on this show I would have gladly taken the dog. I'm not going to name names, but there has been times on this program I would have gladly taken the dog over whoever I had interviewed. Oh. Isn't it soft and fuzzy?
This is the show. Comedians playing with dogs.
Comedians with dogs.
What, did you ever do drugs back in the day? Before the whole married life?
Which ones?
Yeah, that's the best part about that term. It's just so broad.
High school was weed.
Yeah.
Basically, my best friend in high school's brother was the biggest coke dealer in Broken Arrow during that time period at the high school. And but I mean, I was kind of naive to it because we were basically my friend would go in his brother's room and basically just hijack a nug. You know, from Big Brother, and then we would, because we were young and didn't have. I had a 1976 Oldsmobile 442, and my friend, I'm not going to mention that. So my friend had a 1964 and a half Mustang. We called it the floating Taco Bell Grande Mobile. It had no suspension, and I would say 3 to 5% brake power. So you could get it up to a decent speed, but you better have one of those parking curbs to come to a stop.
Right.
And I remember it had no headliner. It was stripped out. It had no headliner in it. It had no, I mean, the seats were
If you'd have gotten like a full-blown actual accident, you'd be fucked.
Oh, yeah. Basically, the guy in the backseat was sitting on a bucket And I was sitting on a seat that was just springs and a frame. It didn't have any upholstery on it. And we would hit this speed bump. And I remember Joe Williams being in the back seat. Oh. Anyway, we hit the speed bump.
Fuck you, Joe!
And I just remember Joe, because the car had no suspension, I just remember Joe's head hitting that steel roof in that Mustang, I mean, it was just like the sound that you're like, oh God, is he dead? Yeah, it was so bad.
Is there blood on the back of me?
Yeah.
Well, no, but
he's
like,
are we gonna stop? And then we rolled backwards. It was like, yeah, we stopped.
Yeah, we're good.
But
no, I just mean like weed's not even really a drug.
We did.
You know what I mean?
When you're not doing anything, not even caffeine.
Oh, that's yeah.
I mean, when you're like 15 or 16, I mean, you know.
Oh, by 15, I was buying my first bong.
Well, I'm just saying, like, this is. I was 16 in 1986, 87.
I was born in 88, so.
Yeah, so it's a little different. But we would.
Some time has gone by.
Toilet roll, tin foil, prick it with a needle.
Yeah.
Homemade pipe kind of action.
Okay.
That was the beginning days.
Well, and see, yeah, like
before we got somebody to, hey
by
man,
the time
buy
I was,
some papers.
Yeah. By the time I was old enough to smoke, it was pretty easily accessible. Like even in the Midwest and you know, like
even
Missouri.
at Christian school, you got
Yeah.
even at Christian
Dude,
school.
fuck that. Those Christian school kids had the best drugs. I went to a
Okay.
Christian school for a little while, and they had the best drugs.
The only difference I saw between Christian school kids and public school kids were public school kids didn't lie to their parents about where they were at on weekends. That was the only difference because we were all at the same place.
They were with me.
But honestly, like the early days was, you know.
You didn't go through like a coke phase. You didn't like.
Not
man,
in the
I
beginning.
really dig on some pills.
I'm talking like high school, man. I'm talking like just at the beginning.
No, I said before he got married. We got married right out of.
No, I got married. Dude, that's what I'm saying. I didn't get married till I was 30. I lived.
Yeah, see,
I lived
so
a
you
ton.
had 30 years and you didn't experiment. You know, maybe some psychedelics. You know, like anything like that.
There was a speed phase that was kind of just.
Like for real speed or like Adderall.
No, like meth and crank, and then to get off that. Because I started working on... Okay, here, and I'll give you a map, a cultural guide to Tulsa. Here you go. If you want the dirty, dirty, nasty drugs that'll fucking kill you overnight, East Tulsa pool halls. That's where I was hanging out, and that's where I got it. Okay, so then I started working on Cherry Street in food service, and that was frowned upon. It was like, oh, that stuff's nasty. We do coke. So the
Really weird line in the sand sometimes.
The wait staff of the food places I worked at on Cherry Street got me hooked on coke, which got me off meth. And then when I got off and quit working there and started working in the music industry more, those guys only partied hard like once a month. The rest of the time they were just getting high all the time. So they used weed to get me off coke.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, in between...
Weed's just the best one.
During the coke phase, there was... Between the first week in February 2000 and the middle of March 2000, 6 weeks, every day for 6 weeks straight, I averaged about 6 hits of acid a day.
Jesus.
I took one in the morning before I went to work.
Right.
Stayed zooted. At lunchtime, I did a football. Instead of the 1/4 inch by 1/4 inch square, I cut a corner to corner and I did like a little triangle. At lunchtime, just like a bump.
Yeah.
Then
just to keep
and
it
then
going.
and then an hour before I got off work, the other half.
Yeah.
There's 2.
Right.
Okay. As soon as I get home, eat a full one. As soon as I get ready to go out, while I'm getting ready, like 3 hours, drinking beer that's not working.
Right.
Cause
you don't say?
Right. just to be drinking beer and staying hydrated or whatever.
It is really fun whenever you have to explain that to someone that's new to drug use or anything like that. They'll be like coked out or anything like that, and then you buy shots and they're just like, man, I feel great. Like I don't even feel that shot. It's like, give it a fucking hour, dude. Like calm down.
So we would drink beer and get ready if we'd have a gig that night or if we were just going out to, because you went out every night to at least promote your band if you didn't have a gig.
Party, yeah.
Yeah, you're like, oh man, we're going to be playing over at so-and-so this weekend, all that shit.
Dude, I can't tell you how many bands have fans just because they party hard. Like, they'll be like, man, have you seen that band? I'm like, yeah, they suck. And it's like, yeah, but dude, last weekend, that guy was crazy. He got fucked up.
I wanted to be in full zoot mode before I hit the club, so an hour before we left, I'd eat one. I'd eat one at midnight, and then when I'd come home to make sure I woke up, I'd eat one more. So it was about 6 a day.
That's just
on a schedule.
Does it have that moment of just kind of starting to not?
What are you doing? You son of a. Why always in my office?
The dog just peed.
Why in my office? It's a whole house. You could have peed anywhere.
I think that was a review. I think that was...
I'm going to sell you to a North Korean family.
And they'll eat you.
Yes.
Dude, last night I took my dog to the bar. She looked me dead in the eye and then shit in the middle of the floor of the bar. I was like, listen, Gigi Allen, I'm going to need you to dial it down.
Mad Dog Mark, thank you for the love your face. I appreciate it. Do you use your dog for icebreaker?
Dude, if she's on her leash and she's behind me doing this thing, you know, and she's just kind of doing that thing, and then it'll stop, I look back and there's almost always one or two women just petting her, going, oh, I love your dog. And I'm like, yeah, it's like fishing.
Where did you go on your drug safari?
All over, man.
I stopped at Needle.
I'm not a needle guy. Never was a needle guy.
I had heroin in...
I freebased some heroin one time. It was...
Well,
I didn't like it.
The old ecstasy, the bird eggs, it was like speckled. It was like
I've
parts.
heard of
It's like
bird
MDMA, LSD.
Yeah, those are the ones. See, everyone gets fucked up.
It had little heroin flakes, speckles in it.
Yeah, everyone gets fucked up because they think ecstasy, and they think back in the day when we were all told as kids in dare class, like, oh, if you take ecstasy, you'll fucking die.
Yeah, you'll
dehydrate and it's like,
on this one.
No, that's the old ecstasy. Nowadays, it's like you could fucking pop as many as you want as long as you're drinking water. What a dumb way to go out. It's like, I just didn't drink a fucking water.
No,
I'm talking like
1995 ecstasy where you would like eat one and then about 40 minutes later you'd be heaving your guts out and then you would roll for like 10 hours.
And no, it wasn't even really like the same roll. It was just like you guys were bordering on hallucinating the whole time.
You know what? Here's the funny thing, and this goes along with, hey, welcome to the counterculture. You find out you're hanging out at places that you normally wouldn't hang out. My place to go was Night Trips. I went to a strip bar. If you're in England, it would be like Spearmint Rhino. It was a strip club, and the only reason I went there.
Spearmint Rhino?
Yeah, that's a strip club chain, a gentleman's club chain in England.
Why is it called Spearmint? Hey, someone tell me why it's called Spearmint Rhino. That doesn't make any sense to me.
Okay, so I went to this place called Night Trips, not to look at naked women, because I never went there. It wasn't my thing.
The drugs at strip clubs are great.
Yes, when you're tripping on acid, all you're looking for is just something to stimulate you, and a strip club is nothing but mirrors and lasers and lights.
There are butt naked women dancing, and the dude on acid is the one in the corner going, whoa!
I know, right?
Just like staring at a light that's reflecting off something.
Well, we knew better. We weren't gonna. We didn't bump anyone. Like there would be the committed regulars that are all lined up on Pervert Row, like sitting there in a trench coat with a fake arm and a flashlight. You know those guys. So we weren't trying to like kick them off their perch. We sat back at a table and, you know, occasionally somebody come by and is like, table dance? We're like, what? You know? Oh, you've got such pretty eyes. You know, they don't want to hear that.
Did you ever see the movie American Ultra?
No.
It's Jesse Eisenberg, Kristen Stewart. She's actually not bad in it for this one. But at one point, he's talking to his drug dealer or whatever, and he goes, I got to go to work. He goes, you're leaving? Come on, man. You want to drop some acid? Go to the titty bar? He goes, it's 8:15 in the morning. And I was like, I remember watching that and going, I know those guys. Yeah. Like, I was friends with those guys.
I was friends with the guys because the construction crew, if you worked on houses, you had a construction job, you're like, hey, man, we're going to go get a burger. And it's like, all right. And they're like, we'll be back in a couple hours. Like, for a burger? Like, yeah, we're going to Night Trip. Night Trips? And they're like, they got great lunch up there. Like,
dude, a buddy of mine, I swear to God, he went and ate lunch up there. And I go, you ate lunch at Night Trips? He goes, dude, I had a pepper steak. It was really good. I was like, get the fuck out of here.
Who rubbed on it? Who rubbed the peppercorns and what part of the body
I remember
did they use?
going on a job.
They have a steak Gerard.
Yeah. Oddly enough, the guy in the back, he's wearing like his toque and he's got it, you know, he's sitting there whisking. What are you doing? Making hollandaise. What's up? But no, like, so I remember being...
Salmon Oscars stat.
Oh my God, Steak Diane, that's amazing. So... This I was on one of those job websites and it said kitchen manager for this strip club, and all I could remember thinking, because I was with someone at the time, you know what I mean, I had a girlfriend, and I remember thinking, I don't I'm pretty sure she'll stab me if I tell her that I want to be the kitchen manager at a strip club. Whatever, you just want to see titties.
Hey, honey,
that's who I date.
Honey, I'm taking the next step in my food career. Really? Where you at? I'm gonna be head of the line. I'm heading the line.
I'm running it, baby.
Where at? I'm in charge of all the fry drop at Hooters. I'm in charge of 28 pounds of wings.
Wait, what's
a
your
day.
job title? I'll make sure glitter doesn't get into the food. It's very important.
My lead singer was a kitchen manager at Hooters, and he lived at those apartments just down the hill, just east of Hooters.
Yeah.
Right. So we used to get hammered a lot.
Yeah.
And he lost his. It's called spearmint rhino because you get the horn. It gives you
Is
the
that
horn.
the best you can do?
It gives you the horn. Okay, so
Get it? 'Cause animals?
this is how he lost. This is how he lost his job at being the kitchen manager at Hooters.
Yeah.
He pre-dropped 25 pounds of wings. He pre-dropped 50 patties, and the lunch rush never came.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. No. No. See, I'm back in.
Oh, we're gonna get ahead of it.
and
We're gonna get ahead of it today, guys. Get those
Man,
get those
there's
wings in the
nothing to get
fryer.
ahead of.
Get the wings in the fryer. No, you don't drop nothing until that order comes
Oh
in,
my
pal.
god. Yeah,
We're gonna get behind. Who cares?
I worked with a guy who would do stuff like that. He would be on a grill station, right? And he'd grill burgers like to a medium, and then put it off, to the side in something like beef stock or something like that.
Yeah.
I was like, why do you do that? He goes, well, when I get an order, all I got to do is pss, pss, and it's out. I go,
Oh, yeah,
yeah,
I know.
but what if you don't get those orders? And his response was, well, then I take them home. And I go, you do realize you're kind of screwing your boss, right?
I know the guys that use the beef bouillon to stack patties just
No.
to keep them moist. I get it.
See,
do.
I
but you
never
can't.
did because I was like, you know what?
If
Why
you-
wouldn't I just want to?
Unless you are working with that in a place that has a window,
Yeah.
unless you have a drive-through window, everything should be made to order.
Yeah.
If you have a restaurant, if you want more customers in there, treat that place like it's $1 million.
If I go to your place and I order, hey, I want a burger, I want my burger. I don't want a burger. Like I ordered
A
it.
burger.
Like I don't want just the beef chuck doorstop that you just pulled out of fucking. Get the fuck out of here! I want a fresh burger. Like
have you ever had the guy that comes in that works there and be like, hey man, bring me a ticket.
Yeah.
See, I work my way up. I started food service at the front door. I went through kitchen. I went to tables. I ended up in the office. I worked my way through. I did everything from roll silverware to scrub dishes to every job in that place. I've done them. And to have another employee when you're on the grill and you're just filling in for a guy that didn't make it in.
Give me a ticket.
Yeah, and a guy comes in there
Every
and
time.
it's like, hey man, I'm about to go on break. Hey, can you make me go ahead and whip me up no, bring me a ticket first. Well, I don't want to punch it in, man. Then they'll charge me. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Yeah, this is a restaurant. It's not your restaurant. It's not my restaurant. Go pay the
I've been
people.
working in kitchen specifically for like about 10 years now. And every once in a while I tell people that, and they always want to know the tricks. The little cooking tricks. And I'm like, okay, things like add soda water to your fry batter. It'll be much lighter batter. You add sour cream to whisked eggs for fluffier scrambled eggs. And always make sure that hostess is 18. Always.
It's so true.
Hey, if you're out of soda water and sour cream, that last one's more important. Trust me.
I'll never tell that story on the air, but yeah.
Okay, when this is over, I want
Oh my god.
This is gonna be a good one.
Well, we all worked in a restaurant together. That's where I met my wife.
Oh.
Yeah. Puppies.
You gonna pee? The other one
Would
peed.
you oh my god. Would you be willing to be in that situation to have your own place?
What situation?
To want to be in the hair-pulling job of sitting in the office,
No.
to own and operate a restaurant, to be in that.
No, see, I want to keep liking what I do. Have you ever actually to a chef that it's like their place, they're miserable like all the time. All these guys on TV, like Gordon Ramsay and everything, people are like, oh my God, I don't want to be like him. I'm like, that guy's coked out of his fucking mind right now. Like, he doesn't feel real joy. Like,
he's been telling people for years he's a footballer.
yes. Oh, I played football for a lot of... It's like, no, you got hurt, and then you had to backtrack real hard and figure out what you wanted to do.
You do what most kids in the collegiate ranks around here do when they blow a knee out. You start going, wait a minute, what was my major again?
Yeah. What was I doing again? Mom!
Yeah. Business marketing. Yeah. They all have a business marketing degree and start real estate firms.
I love whenever people bring up like a celebrity chef or anything like that to me. Like, oh my God, who's your favorite celebrity chef? I'm like, fucking none of them. Because none of those guys are actually telling you what it's like to work in kitchens. Anthony Bourdain was the only one that really did that.
But I only liked him. I probably... His cooking looked really good.
Yeah.
But I mean, how much can you tell from a picture on a television? But what I do like about his attitude, I do like... There was what was that show on Food Network? Jeez, it's been almost a decade. It was Sandra somebody, and it was like semi-home cooking or something like that, where she took she took some like canned goods and boxed goods, and she made it with some fresh stuff, and she kind of made this hybrid.
And she's like, look at this thing I made up.
Yeah,
like, what?
It was called semi-home cooking with Sandra Lee.
Yeah.
Something.
No, it was D, I think.
Sandra whatever. D. So Bourdain, when commenting on her, his exact quote was, "Cheese whiz on a Triscuit doth not an hors d'oeuvre make." That right there is enough trolling. I'm a fan for life.
Man, he pissed off like
a
ton of celebrity chefs. He on No Reservations first season, he goes to Vegas and he's reviewing Bobby Flay's Mesa restaurant out there.
Ooh.
And he's sitting there and he is just visibly angry that he's doing this because he's eating like tuna tartare off of a clear glass plate and he's like looking at it and it's like, I don't know how much you know about working in kitchens stuff like that these days, but it's like I think the last time clear glass plates were like edgy and cool was like, I don't know, the 80s, and it's like the first season of No Reservations, which is like 2000s,
right? And
then it's like it's also tuna tartare. Stop making tuna tartare. Stop it.
Guyver.
What do you say now? I like this guy, if I remember last time correctly.
I think Guyver was trying to tell me how his wife likes her eggs. Because you were talking about, adding a little
sour cream.
I choose butter to fluff mine.
That's also a solid one.
Little butter
sour cream, though, it's a little bit, it's more
tart.
like,
And a little tart.
A little tart.
Yeah. He says his wife likes her eggs fertilized. That's a great...
Oh, you nasty. Sorry, Sandra was supposed to be here, so I figured out.
It's a beautiful non sequitur there. Thank you so much, Guyver.
How do you like your eggs?
Jeez. That's a...
No.
That's not a yes or no.
No, how do you like... Yeah, of course it's not a yes or no.
Well, I mean, there's not like one way. It's not...
No,
it's
but
not
you...
an either
Jesus
or.
Christ, this is not a complicated thing. It's like you go in and you say, I want eggs.
Okay, for Benedict, I want a medium. I want a poached medium.
Okay.
For breakfast in a fried format.
Like a fried egg.
A fried egg, I would like medium. I would like a little bit of runny, but I don't want it hard and dry, and I don't want it leaking all over everything. I want it cooked.
I love it.
I want it cooked through to leave a little bit of a hard shell, but the inside absolutely runny.
See, I like over easy a lot. And everyone kind of,
I don't want
the same way. I don't want. But I look at it as a sauce. That egg yolk is now my sauce, and I'm dipping everything in it.
But I just don't want a weak yolk around it. I don't want to be able to just like something bump into the yolk and break it. I want to break it when I'm ready, so I want it cooked through a little bit more.
Oh, you're not grossed out by it. You're just spoiled.
A little bit, yeah.
I want it on my time.
Well, I mean, if I'm going through, yeah, if I'm paying somebody else to fry me an egg, I want it done my way.
Okay, here's an even better question. What do you order at Waffle House? When it's 3 in the morning, and you've drank way too much.
Now this is an interview. Now
like this is like Waffle House, you know what I mean? Where you're getting cigarette ash in your food.
You're gonna ask me for my number after. Of course you are. Of course you are. Okay.
You know they serve fish at Waffle House?
I've tasted it in the waffle, which is weird. It's like, how did you get when you go to Brothers Hooligans and you order the chicken fried steak and it tastes a little bit fishy, and you're like, well, they do drop a lot of catfish in the fryer. the same fryer, they probably drop the chicken fried steak in, and you make excuses. When you go to Waffle House and your waffle tastes a little fishy, they shouldn't be having fish in the waffle iron.
No,
Ever.
but also you're kind of like, how did this happen? Like, I want to know what the scenario was of like, hey, we're gonna make fish waffles. Well, I can't even say it. Fish waffles. I threw up a little bit.
What's up, Bulldog? He goes, hey guys.
Hi.
All right, Mad Dog Mark likes the sunny side up. Over easy for Dubsky, they're saying. Okay.
See,
So
sunny side
Waffle
up,
House,
cool,
you have to have a waffle.
No, you don't.
I do.
No, I'm there for hash browns.
Yes.
Which there's an Irish joke in there, but
Yes, but it is the Waffle House, so I'm gonna get the combo that has the waffle.
well, and that's
Just
they
the
should
plain
have just
waffle.
they should have just did the IHOP thing. International House of Pancakes. You just get pancakes on the side with everything. I'm
It's like-
oh, can I get a burger and some fries? Like, in a side of pancakes?
It's like bread and salad at all.
Yeah, I'm
Just
like
pancakes.
No, I just wanted a burger. Oh, so you want 2 pancakes? We're gonna put the burger in the middle.
So like the Mexican restaurants where you go in there, they give you chips and salsa for free.
Yes, here you go.
It's like, all right, can I get your drink order? All right, your waitress will be out here to bring your pancakes in a minute.
Yeah.
I haven't ordered any pancakes. Yeah, everybody gets
Yeah,
pancakes.
but no, you're getting them.
You're getting, yeah.
what
Shut your
is that,
mouth and eat your pancakes.
There's starving kids all over the world who wish I got free pancakes.
Well, put a stamp on mine and mail it.
My favorite response to that I've ever heard was, parents are sitting there telling their kid, eat, and the kid won't eat. And they go, starving kids in India would love that meal. And the kid stops dead on his tracks, turns to his parents and goes, name one.
Okay, so I've got to have a waffle that they got to. I told them to leave it in there a little long because I like
You
it
like crisp?
Yeah, I want it crispy, and there's a reason for that. And then I want because the combo has I think eggs, side meat, hash browns, and a waffle. So I want the waffle.
All of that for what is it like $4 or something like that? Like it's just ridiculous.
Yeah, but,
like,
but if you order 3 of them, they pay you $10. They're giving that shit away. It's amazing.
no, they're giving you information like, please let us know if you live. Okay, there you go. We'll put you on the Hall of Fame.
So an extra crispy waffle, and then the 2 eggs I want runny. I want them the way you're talking.
Yeah.
Like just barely puncture.
They're a
I want
sauce
it runny.
bottle at that point.
I want the bacon crisp, and I want that on top of the waffle. So when I
Yeah.
puncture the eggs, it helps soften that crispy waffle. If the waffle's not cooked
But then
through,
you also get that taste of that like crisp.
now to
shit.
to the hash browns.
I love hash browns. It's one of my favorite things in the world.
Cubed, smothered. Let's see. I like the gravy. I like the ham. I like the onion.
I love gravy.
I
I feel like breakfast food is some of the best fucking food in the world. And you know what's weird? Okay, you got a UK following. I really,
The full
really
English
want to
is-
go across the sea.
The full
and
English is amazing.
I really want a full English. I want an English What is that movie? Run, Fat Boy, Run? Simon Pegg?
Yeah.
How dare you interrupt my English breakfast with a side of English breakfast? I want an English breakfast with a side of English breakfast.
Eggs, sausage, beans and toast, tomato.
I love the idea of beans for breakfast. I really do. And it's not a,
It's a good
not
protein.
an American thing.
It's a
And
good protein.
It's a great protein.
Well,
it's
it's a-
amazing. And I really, really love the idea too of in England. I don't think I'm going to get as much flack if I order my breakfast and then say, "Can I also get a pint?" You know what I mean? I really just enjoy that idea because you do that in America and everyone's like, "I think you have a problem." I'm like, "No, I'm having beer for breakfast. I have solutions."
I have a beer for breakfast because I had it for a late night snack and it's making my head hurt. So a little bit for breakfast. I'll be
Yeah,
good.
they're like, "Oh, you're drinking a beer in the morning?" It's like, "Yeah, I went
Yeah.
to bed like 3 hours ago." So yeah, I'm having a beer.
Yeah.
The Replacements have a song called "Beer for Breakfast." It's one of my favorites. Definitely check that out.
If you could help, maybe you could pour a little beer in my baby bottle and then I wouldn't have to go home at all. I could just sit here and just be happy baby.
I always love everyone has that friend. You go out to the bars with them. You kind of hang out past last call. You know the bartender, or they do, and then you're sitting there just drinking still. And then they're always they're Ed from Shaun of the Dead because they'll look at you and go, "You know what we should do tomorrow? Keep drinking." And they've got it mapped out. Like as soon as we wake up, let's keep drinking. And it's just kind of like you fall for it every once in a while.
I found it was
Stop it.
oh, we have a comment. Best English. Oh wait. Mushroom, black pudding, sausage, eggs,
Black
bacon,
pudding.
chips, beans. I'm hungry now, lol.
See, that's the thing, though, is that it's like breakfast. See, in America, like,
I
the
could go
breakfast...
for a Taco Bell in an ambulance at the moment. Guyver, do you guys have Taco Bell?
They have to. It's an international chain.
Yeah, because you have KFC.
Yeah.
And
McDonald's, they got Burger King.
Right, but KFC, Taco Bell.
There's a Burger King
Pizza,
in Paris.
And Pizza Hut are all
Really think about that for a
are
second.
all owned by
Paris.
Pepsi. So I didn't know if they went. Yeah, but I mean, there's a Jelly Belly store in a high-end real estate part of London too. I mean, you never know.
Capitalism just puts its fucking shit everywhere.
Yeah. Best English would be a small cafe in Scarborough, Yorkshire. No beer in the cafe, though. No, I grew up basically in L.A. and America. Oh, that's right, Guyver did. Oh, that's why I said Taco Bell.
Yeah, but no beer? Come on.
If I remember correctly, when I worked in a pool hall, we called last call 1:30. We had all the tables cleared by 2.
Mm-hmm.
What's
last call in England?
Locked up the cabinets until 6 a.m. and that's when we cleaned the taps.
Yep.
And the drains and everything, and then 6 a.m. we could serve again.
You could do it again.
Yeah.
Do it
So
all over again.
I think there's only 4 hours you can't serve beer, and we're in a state that it's pretty. I mean, they've been giving us watered down beer for like ever.
We
until
just got real beer.
Yeah, we just got real beer in a supermarket wine. You know, I mean,
it was really fun though to kind of go to the gas station,
but
pick up a
still,
30 rack, and you'd watch a guy drink that when you were younger. And you're like, wow, that guy's a badass. You didn't know that it was just basically water with rice in it. You know, like,
do the same rules apply now that the 3.2's gone?
No, I think you can kill maybe an 18 pack.
No, that's not what I meant. I meant like where they only have a. Can they? Do they
no,
still
it's
shut
still
down?
the same. So 1:30 is still
6?
last call. 6 a.m. is the
They can
earliest
turn
you
it-
can buy beer after that.
But it's better beer now.
It is better beer. I love beer.
Space Plum. Hi, I'm ugly. Really?
Hi, I'm interested.
Here's what I'm going to say about Terrell. Just when you think you don't have a chance.
If you're sitting there thinking, there's no way I can have a chance with this guy, you probably do.
You probably.
I mean, and not only that, even if I'm like, well, maybe not. If you can afford a couple of rounds at the bar, you're back in the game.
Oh, they have 24-hour drinking in some bars.
No shit. Okay. Is it like they have licensing, or is it like specific areas? See, I'm always fascinated because those fucks, that's a part of their culture is getting.
By the way, I want to apologize for him. Most people use profanity as a punctuation mark in their sentences. Terrell brushes his teeth and drops F-bombs.
Yeah.
So,
Actually, today that was true because I was hungover as fuck. I was in there brushing my teeth, and when you get to the back, you know, they always tell you to scrape your tongue. I get back, oh, fuck! It's like I was giving Colgate a blowjob. I was like, oh.
I think we were, we have, wait, is it regional?
What?
Does everybody do the 2 and 6 thing? Cause,
Oh, no. Okay, so in the
Because
States...
you said you were interested in it, so...
Well, no, I just mean in England.
Oh.
Because that's part of, like, their culture. You know, pubs and you know, pints and things like
airports
that.
and cities except mine. Oh, so you can go in an airport. Oh, because you're waiting
Well,
around.
you can do that in America, too.
You
Like,
drink
most
anytime in a
airports are
lounge?
24 hours, yeah.
Yeah.
You can get a fucking beer at, like, 4 in the morning at an airport.
Fucking Gary.
Uncle Gary?
Gary shipped himself to Thailand and,
Yeah.
made sure in his parcel there were little bottles.
Of course.
He overnighted himself to Thailand and made sure his package was full of care package.
I love Uncle Gary.
Dude, did you see the... You guys are just here for a conversation tonight. If you have questions, please. If you have comments, please. Just type in the
Wait,
chat.
are they typing, or is it on a controller? Or
It
is
could be an app on their phone or pad, or they could be on a PC. They could be in a lot of places. They could be typing in. It's a lot harder, but PlayStation has an app. But the keypad is you have to try to find.
Yeah, is it like, does it
Yeah.
pop?
Yeah, that's awful.
Yeah, I'm an Xbox guy. Sorry.
No, Gary's. Did you see the his decade picture? The 2009.
Yeah, no, we saw it at the bar before he had ever posted it.
I was like, dude,
he showed us one before that too. That I was like, dude.
Under there. What?
And the funny thing is, all 3 pictures, right? I looked at all 3 and I go, I would sell drugs to all 3 of those guys, but it would be different drugs. Like, like that third guy is definitely getting psychedelics, but the second guy is probably going to ask me for a speedball.
Picture 1, light fro.
Kind of the one where he had the soul patch,
the Scott Weiland soul patch, the tight fro, and then the Bob Marley T-shirt. I'm like, that's still Gary.
That is,
but man, what a version of Gary!
It was insane. Like he showed it to us. We were already, maybe a couple rounds in.
I saw yours too.
Yeah, mine was fun.
You proud of that guy?
I had them. Oh God, I hated that guy.
If you could send that guy a message, one tip. Just one tip to help him out for the next 10 years to get you to here.
Mm-hmm.
What do you tell him? What do you tell that guy? I can't believe it. You measured your words just now.
I did, because I almost said something that I would have gotten in so much trouble for.
Nearly.
Okay, 10 years ago.
Yeah.
I'm 21. I have my emo swoop haircut.
Yeah, I saw that.
I was a lot skinnier too, and I was wearing band shirts and stuff. What I would tell him is probably keep doing comedy, keep doing drugs.
Even though at that point he didn't know he was going to do either? Well, he knew about the drugs.
I did my first set when I was 21.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Dan Fritchie was there. He was the door guy at Looney Bin. And he saw me do my he's the only guy in Tulsa comedy that actually saw me do my very first set. And he gave me one of the best sets I had recently. I opened for Preacher Lawson.
Technically I did too. Technically about 8 people did. Because Preacher came and invaded our open mic at Rams afterwards and did a set, and then everybody looked at each other like, I can say open for Preacher.
No, it was really funny too, because he was leaving the casino, right? Him and his brother. They were leaving, and I go, hey man, where you going? Because we talked a little bit, and he's a really nice guy.
Super
and
nice.
Smokes really nice weed. And so we were sitting there.
As people named Preacher should.
And I had my first joke I told was, I'm pretty excited. This is the only time my heathen ass is ever going to open for a preacher. But he's leaving the casino, him and his brother, and they have this other guy that kind of runs like their Instagram. He does like pictures and videos and stuff like that. Oh,
nice. Got a guy there that you can trust.
And so they're leaving, and I go, hey man, where you headed to? He goes, Red Robin or something like that. And I go, Red, what are you, hungry? And his brother goes, man, it's called Red's, it's a bar. And I was like, yeah, that's a way different evening. You're not getting burgers, you're getting a beer and a set-in. Really nice.
Fritchie's one of them I like, man. I gotta get him in here. After the first of the year.
He's so
Fridays are
busy now.
But Fridays are. He's a promoter. He's a comedian.
Mm-hmm.
Used to be really involved with World Series of Comedy, but he's also a stay-at-home dad, whose wife works. And Fridays, when we do this show, his wife generally doesn't get off work until like 10 p.m. Yeah. Which is 4 hours after we get started. We have yet to get lined up where we can get him on, but we have a tentative agreement. He's agreed to be here, and I've agreed to put him here, and it's just trying to. He's one of those guys that don't want to bug too much.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like TJ's like, man, you've had your show on for over a year, and I'm like, dude, every month you're posting up your dates.
Yeah.
And I can tell I can't get you in.
Yeah, like you just kind of look and you're like, well, that's a Friday show.
It's not like me. It's like, oh, I'm gonna have to drop an open mic to get over there. You guys.
Well, it looks like I'm not doing my 4 minutes.
Wade McFarland's canceled twice. You know why? He had a paying gig. Go do it, man. Go collect Tiger.
I remember someone telling me that they were so pissed off. It was like they had their podcast or whatever, and they were so pissed off. They're like, can't believe he canceled on us again because he has a show. It's like, how about you fucking go get some shows? You know what I mean? Like I would much rather be doing like comedy show than to go do a podcast.
I had to tell Wade he was off the show the first time.
Wade really is one of those guys who's like, I'm so sorry, I don't want to let you down. He's like the nicest guy.
No, he hosted the Looney Bin Tulsa for a weekend and did really good. And they're like, hey, next weekend we want you to go and host in Oklahoma City. at the Lonely Bin. He's like, great. He posted on Facebook is a picture of him collecting his first check from the club.
Yep.
And he's like, and I get to go host next week. And I sent him a message like, are you hosting in Oklahoma City next week? He goes, yeah, man, it's awesome. And I was like, well, that means that you can't be on my show. And he goes, oh, right. And I'm like, dude, don't even give it a second thought. I'm just reminding you, you know.
But that's the thing about comedians is that it's like, we can be honest and say that every one of us would punch another comedian in the face if it means that we get to do a show, even if it's with that comic.
Dude, whenever I heard that whenever Landry left the last time that there were some hard feelings, I was like, if someone had told anyone in the whole community, 150 comedians in Tulsa, if anyone had went to any one of them and said, you're going to have to leave your buddies behind to go write for Conan, none of us would still be here.
No.
We all would have left.
I would have given you the finger on my way out. Like,
he left us here. We were supposed to work it. Dude, he got the call. We're all working for the call.
Dude, he's going to the show. Like, he's going to the big times. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
But, like, that was...
He's going to get to be on the show and he don't have to buy a ticket. He's behind the stage.
He's going to write for that show that you're going to watch later. Like,
is jealousy a bitter smell? Does it cling to people?
You know,
are there certain people in the scene that when you started, like I started 4 years ago, that I still see around because I did a couple open mics over the past 3 or 4 weeks and got back into it a little bit.
Right.
And I'm like, that person's still angry about something that
Still
happened because they didn't get on Blue Web 3 years ago. Or
I won't use the names. I'll tell you afterwards. How about that? I won't use the names.
I don't care.
But
I mean,
there was so there's this comic and you know he has since moved on to other things, whatever. And then you know how every Tulsa comic plays that game. Who isn't funny? Where you just kind of ask them and they'll give you a comic. You're like, oh my god, I never thought about that. I just thought he was kind of funny, but you're right. I don't think he's funny at all. Or she. Sorry. But, like, we were sitting there playing that game and someone said a comic's name who I've never heard that name come up in this game. And I look at him and I go, dude, seriously? You don't think they're funny? And he was like, man, fuck that dude. And I go, wow, that's you've even gone further. And so he mentioned the comic that left, and he goes, yeah, that guy got screwed over by that guy. And I go, when was this? He's like 6 years ago. I go, and you're still fucking salty about it?
Dude, when I first broke in, there was the rift that went on for a while, but it was over. One comic loaned another comic money, and then that comic really didn't have enough success to be able to pay that person back over a period of time.
Oh, okay,
And then instead of this staying between them, comic that didn't get paid, post about it on Facebook when a comic who couldn't pay back was a woe is me kind of post and it was having a difficult day, and this other person's like, well, you never paid me back, and I'm like, oh, dude, when you went public with a personal loan, dude,
that's
shitty. You never do that.
Well, and I'm the guy. If I'm thinking of that scenario,
I would rather somebody say that I'm not funny than talk about if I'd ever.
Hey, either way, I'm throwing hands. You catching hands today? Like I don't have to. Hey, you're not funny and you owe me money. Oh, you catching knucks today?
What's up, Cuzwalt?
But I think that's the thing. Like people always want to air out their dirty laundry, and I think Tulsa comedy is really bad at it.
Do you just think they're looking for somebody to pin whatever frustration they already have on?
I think a lot of them don't have enough going on.
I don't like that guy, and I'm personally frustrated, so I'm going to put on my press. I hate that guy now.
Yeah, fuck that guy is my favorite. I'm just kind of like, really? Like his career, him as a person, like his choices. Like what are you mad about? And it's funny because, like, the guy that he's like, fuck that guy, I was like, that guy's doing a lot, actually. He's got, like, shows that he runs. He's got, like, he's doing other people's shows, like, and still, this guy's still salty about something. It wasn't even him. He screwed over the comic that left. But the guy who left told him the story, and he's just, this is dumb as shit. And that's the part of comedy that not a lot of people outside of the scene know about. Is that it's like, they're like, oh, you're getting shows, you're pretty funny, huh? It's like, no, sometimes he just knows the right ass to kiss. He knows who not to piss off.
I'll be honest, I probably wasn't, the first year I was doing comedy, I wasn't drawing a crowd. I just had people that knew I would be there whenever they called.
Right.
And comics drop out.
Probably available.
Comics drop out all the time.
Oh yeah, my
You know
favorite.
what I mean? So it was like
we both know that guy. We won't say his name like we've been doing, but he's the guy that right before the show you do the comic huddle, and he's the one going, "Are we sure we want to do this show, or do you want to cancel it? We can cancel it." It's like there are people here. Like, no, I'm just saying we can cancel it and go home.
Well,
like,
there's been a couple of shows that I've handled for other people, and there's only been 3 or 4 people in the crowd be like, "So what are we gonna do?" And like, "I just want to go home." I'm like, nope. This is what we're gonna do. Let's see. You're the opener. I want a solid 3 from you. You're the headline, or you're the feature. I want a solid 7 from you, and you're headlining. So give me 7 to 10.
7 to 10.
Yeah.
Give me your tight 10.
Yeah. Don't just go up
Tight
there.
10.
I don't tell them to go up there and practice new material. I was like, just give me, work on a piece of your set.
Right. Just
You
work
know?
on something.
There's 3 people here. I bet you can at least get one of them to laugh.
At least you hope.
I mean, you are a professional comedian. Let's see if you can make 3 people laugh. I'm not telling you, I'm not setting the bar real high here. But there's 3 people here. Let's see if you can get them all laughing. And then you can tell me if you want to cancel a show or not.
You know what I've always wondered is it's like you hear these guys talking about like they want to make it big and stuff like that. You know,
I don't.
YouTube all the time. Yeah, I don't give a shit.
I just want to do dirty jokes in a nightclub.
I just, honestly, I told someone, they go, "Oh, you want to be famous?" I said, "No. One day I just really hope that I can do this and pay my bills."
I just want to be successful. I don't want to.
I don't even need to be successful. I have very few bills.
I don't want to have to put. I don't want to have to put on a disguise to go to the grocery store. I don't want to ever be famous.
Well, and not only that, it's
Successful?
like Bill Burr,
Yes.
Jim Gaffigan, all these guys that they're kind of the A-list of comedy these days. They go to England, they go to Germany and things like that, and they still have to make them laugh. And it's like, you realize that some of your jokes aren't going to work. You know what I mean? Like, I make my jokes and I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, is that even funny to an English person? You know, like, they're like, wait, what's the reference?
I know a comic around here got the piss taken out of him after his ex-girlfriend revealed he liked wearing stockings and suspenders during sex. Well, I mean, I don't personally like those things, but I don't see how it's... used to...
It's like we're airing people's laundry, man. Like,
no,
who gives a shit?
It's not that. It's the bar has been set so high for freaky behavior. When the news is full of Weinstein and Epstein and that kind of stuff, a guy wearing kinky clothing while him and his wife or girlfriend are having private time in their bedroom, not shocking.
Monogamous
really not.
private time, no less. Like, this guy's not going out and like banging randos or anything like that. It's like, hey, honey, I would like to do the thing that I like to do. And then you have the balls to air his shit out after you break up. That's some shady shit, dude. I don't like that at all. Because I have done some shady shit.
Tom Papa's first special.
Love Tom Papa.
Yeah, he was. It's not the TV special. It's just an audio.
Oh, okay.
And he's talking on it, and he's like, when you first break up with a person, it's not that you love them. It's not the love that makes you sorry that they're gone. It's all the knowledge that they have about you that they're taking with you. That's what makes you sad, because you're worried that all of that gets public. And that's why you cry when you break up with people. It's like, that person knows a lot about me. Oh, God, no.
They got info.
Oh, no. Oh, no. And they're friends with that one person I do like.
Right. I was hoping to just move from them to them. And
Yeah, it's all that information they have about you. That's what makes us cry when we break up.
I do think it is kind of a shitty deal to take something that you learned in a relationship and make it public knowledge. I do think there is an element of a shitty person in there.
What if it's a move?
A move?
What if you learn a move in a relationship?
No. I'm talking about the things of like, he wears stockings or anything like that.
She did this one thing, and if you were together, she'd be horrified that you...
That's a learning thing.
Yeah, but if you were still together, she'd be horrified that you were telling your friends about it. But now that you're broken up,
right?
And you're telling them it's all fair.
I'm telling you right now, there is no way in hell that I have a couple of exes in my mind right now that if I were to lean into whoever they're with now and be like, hey, I taught her that. I taught her to do that. There's no way that guy wouldn't be like, oh my God, thank you. It's my favorite thing she does. It's like, love you, bro. You're my boy.
Can I buy you something?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Give me a shot. Get it.
Hey, before he gets out of here tonight, make sure he gets the gift bag. And he's on the Christmas card list. Do you have anything you'd like to teach her before you go? We're getting married. Maybe you could teach her something special for the honeymoon.
Right.
Maybe,
I can too.
maybe you'd like to take her out for the bachelorette
Listen,
party.
my hoeing phase might be over now, but
You're
it
what?
was quite a phase. I learned things, I taught things, I wore things.
You got married pretty early though, right?
I was 25 when I got married, and the
Okay.
funny thing is that like I wasn't much of a hoe before that. I was a bit of a hoe,
Right.
but after she left me and everything like that, all bets were off. I was like, you know what? Never again.
Was there a before and after like the?
Oh, okay. So before I got married, my count, we'll call it, was in the double digits.
Right.
After about a year and a half after my divorce, triple and rising. You know what I mean? Like, it was seriously just kind of like...
So you had a problem with stabbing.
Getting stabbed? Yeah, that happened a couple
Nah.
times. But like I said, my hoeing days, they're over. I got this special lady that I like to talk to.
Yeah.
And yeah, she's very, very nice, beautiful, and all of the things. And you know, it kind of got to the point that I would feel wrong about hoeing.
Right, but I mean, there's a whole separate set of priorities for a fellow like you. So she's kind to the kiddos and
Oh yeah, no.
very respectful of the
she's
little one and all
yeah,
that.
yeah. And right now
Totally.
she lives in Colorado. I'm very excited for her to move back and do all that stuff. But and not only that, I'm 31 now, man. Hoeing is kind of sad when you start getting in your 30s, because it's like you start talking to this
Dating is
person.
sad in the 30s.
Yes, there's a lot of shit you'll do in your 30s that are sad.
Yeah.
But it was like I was talking to this girl. Like this was around the time that I decided the hoeing was over, because I'm sitting there talking to this girl and I was like, all right, here we go, and all that. And then she goes, yeah, no, my birthday's next week. I was like, no shit, right on. How old do you turn? She goes, 23. I was like, all right, so I'm gonna head out. That's nope. I am not trying to have you fall in fucking love with me. I'm not doing this shit.
He's not Velvet Jones, people.
I'm not, Terrell.
Hello. Are you a female high school dropout between the ages of 18 and 25?
Can I buy you a fish sandwich? If you don't get that joke, you're too young for me.
Oh, that's perfect.
There you go.
Like only get dated material from
From Ladies Man, like Wayne's World, like just use that one liner. If she doesn't laugh and go, aha, she's too young for you.
Can I buy you a Courvoisier? And if she doesn't laugh, excuse me, your friend over there. Excuse me, ma'am. Ma'am, you.
Yeah.
Can I buy you a Courvoisier?
If you say the word ma'am and she doesn't turn, she's too young for you. Like, the fuck out of here.
What are you supposed to call you? How do you held down a young lady with a single word like sir,
It's
ma'am?
2019. They're all freaks, nymphos, and poly. So, bitch, I don't know. Like, she'll turn and go, "Oh, you're feisty." The other day, a buddy of mine started hitting on this girl, and then my other friend leans over and goes, "Hey, man, she's married." And he just leans back as the optimist that he is and goes, "Everyone's poly, man. I probably still got a shot."
Oh, that's still that one. Clubs shut down at 6 over here, and pubs open at 9 in the morning. So the clubs close at 6.
In the morning?
Hey, that I like.
I like that a lot.
Here's I'm going to tell you why, because I'm a very practical person, and if the club closes simultaneously at the same time that breakfast should be served, because when you leave
the club,
when you
go get breakfast.
Yeah, when you leave the club at 2 a.m. and you have like a 3 a.m. breakfast, you sleep for a couple hours before you have to be at work or whatever, and then it's like, it's just no. But if
You're
if it
not
stayed open
supposed to
till 6,
eat eggs and French
then
toast
eat,
and stuff,
and then go
sleep.
to work.
Yeah, just right on through. And from what I
And then take
understand,
your first break at 9 and go to the pub and have one.
yeah, from what I understand, you fucking Brits like your Coke. That's what I've heard. I've heard rumors that they are big fans. I heard a rumor that there is a percentage of the water supply that has trace amounts of cocaine in it.
In England?
In England.
I need verification.
Now, don't get me wrong. I'm an American. I did no research.
50% of all Americans who cite statistics make them up on the spot, and 37% of those people make them up probably even later than that.
He said 37, and I believed him.
What's the most powerful lie you've ever told to a lady?
I told a girl one time that I couldn't hook up with her anymore because I was moving to Vegas to open a new restaurant.
That's reaching.
Yeah, I was 22. What? Who the fuck is a 22-year-old a restaurant? And she just nodded, went, okay, good luck. And my favorite thing, right as I was leaving, she goes, send me a postcard. I go, fucking all right.
I think the worst I've ever told somebody, I told them that I'm a single mom just working my way through college. Oh, wait, that's my other job. Sorry.
Give me singles. Give me singles.
That's the only difference. If you're single, a single mother, or just working your way through college, then you should be a dancer. But if you're a mother of 3 who has 2 kids at home that are both sick, you should be in a restaurant. You should be working food service. And by the way, ladies, if you ever use that thinking that's going to get you tips, gentlemen, I'm just here working, trying to pick up some hours because, I've got 2 kids at home and they're both sick. I'm going to tell you, get away from my food if you have 2 sick kids at home. I don't want anybody...
My kids are sick. Well, then you're probably sick.
Yes.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, don't touch my food. Are you kidding me?
Especially my hash browns. Don't touch my hash browns.
I'm sympathetic, but,
I'll fight you.
I don't want someone with sick kids handling my food. I want a woman with a cigarette dangling out of her mouth, screaming out my order at the top of her lungs what I want on my hash browns.
Yeah, because diseases are afraid of that woman.
American way.
The diseases are afraid of that woman. Everyone's afraid of that woman.
She would have got cancer years ago, but she scared the crap out of cancer.
She walks up, she goes, what do you want? You're like, oh, God. To live?
I would like my spine to unlock.
Yeah, I'm fully clenched right now. I would like you to walk away so that I don't pull a hammy. Like, Jesus Christ. Her name's like Greta or like Norma or something like that. Edna. But she'll just look you dead in the eye and your insides go cold. You know what I mean? Like, Irma. But I will tell you this much. If that bitch ever offers you pancakes or if she's going to make you your breakfast, you take it every time.
I noticed my UK viewers just whenever there was speculation that Coke is rampant in the UK, got pretty quiet.
Yeah, they were busy doing rails. What is he saying about us?
Wait,
that part's right.
What time is it? Oh man, it's almost 1:40 in the morning over there. So if they're watching this show, they're probably guilty. They've probably pulled their hat to the back, so they've got plenty of room.
Yeah.
You don't want to bump the bill.
No, the reason they stopped is because they caught their reflection in the mirror that they were about to snort off of, and then they had their existential crisis for a second, and then they went for their rail.
We would never want to give out tips to tell people how to do hard drugs. But I'm going to tell you this: if you're the guy, I'm not going to tell you how, and I'm not going to tell you to Google it. But I will tell you this: if you're the guy who doesn't turn his hat to the back and bumps the mirror with the bill of your hat and makes everything,
you're an asshole.
And then I have to re-drag the rail. You, sir, are the problem, not me.
Stop that.
Turn it to the back.
It's called courtesy.
Turn it to the back before you put the dollar bill in your nose.
Also, if you don't know how to roll the dollar bill, don't offer to do it. There's I got it.
I got it.
And then they just do this motion where their fingers aren't even moving. I'm like, I could have already done the rail by now.
Okay. We're gonna end the interview like this. First name only, and you're gonna have to give me a name. First name only. The friend of yours that when you were an amateur at rolling one, you and your friends first time or whatever.
A joint or a dollar bill?
A joint.
Okay.
Give me the name of your buddy that said, "Got it, dude, perfect," and then it all fell out the end.
Terrell. I was the guy. I can't roll. I've broken my hands so many times that I can't really do this thing very well.
Dude, that's a perfect one right there.
No, I didn't even claim that. I go to roll it and it would just fall out and be like, oh, drat.
Did you ever use the training wheels? Did you ever use a dollar bill?
I use a dollar bill to roll a joint every once in a while, but also I'm to this day I'm really terrible at it.
Why does anybody do it themselves anymore? Literally,
there are rolling machines, there's bongs, there's pipes. I don't need to do this anymore.
200 dispensaries in the greater Tulsa area.
Oh, pre-rolls?
And all of them have 99-cent pre-roll.
Oh, not only that, cones. Cones are the best thing in the world. I get raw cones all the time.
It's gonna hurt an entire generation that does not know the skill set.
They won't need to.
What if all the power goes out? During the apocalypse, who's going to roll?
Nobody. We'll still be using cones. Raw's still going to be around.
The first place the scavengers are going to hit. Daryl's going to knock over all the dispensaries first. Daryl's going to go in there with his ball bat with nails on it and pretty much raid all the dispensaries, and we'll all be coming to him for stuff.
Oh, look, pre-roll's cool. I've always said zombie apocalypse, everyone's always like, you know, well, where would you go? And I'm always like, you know what?
Spavinum.
Sam's Club. One entrance, you know?
You're thinking too small.
Always.
Zombie apocalypse. Me and the family, we go straight to Spavinaw, where the water source is. Fresh water. Can't live without water. I'm going straight to the water. And then from there, I'm going back into town in Salina. I'm raiding the Dollar General. And if I have to go into the Walmart and Pryor, probably not. But I'm going to the Dollar General for a lot of things. Number one, they would have plant seeds there.
Oh, that's true.
They would have basic stuff.
See, no, but this is my thing too.
And then I'm
wait it out.
I'm blocking off the Hudson Bridge.
Everyone always talks about like, oh, I'm immediately going over here. Fuck that. Fuck that. Stay in your house for the first couple of days of it. Let every one of these dumb shits kill each other off for a little bit.
What, just defend your front porch until...
Just defend, yep, because then it's weeded out a little bit. And they're tired. So you have way better chance of getting their shit. Wasn't that Bill Burbett when he's like, if you don't know how to fight, you just stocked up the toughest guy on your block?
We have a Coke reference.
Go on.
Guyver, of course, was in the medical industry for a while. Guyver, I'm not sure, but I did save a few from ODs in Birmingham when I was training. So when he was training as a medic, there was a couple of Coke ODs in Birmingham area, but I'd never heard that.
Really?
Well, I mean, we're connected to South America via land.
I will say...
So all the stuff that comes here, I don't think of England as being like a place that has a lot of import because, you know, they've got poppies.
No, it's there. That's what I'm saying is like they have such an influx because they are like a cultural hub of the world, basically. So you have, you know, your immigrants coming through and everything like that. So, and they all bring their shit. But, I mean, Coke is just kind of like a universal.
Don't you have to have warm weather for all that? Because we're talking like Northern Europe.
Not to have Coke.
Well, no. But I'm trying to think, like, how far would they have to go to get it?
Apparently in England, down the street.
Hey, could you guys work out the logistics of how easy it would be for you guys to get Coke? That's all we're asking. Is that we want the people in England to have the easiest possible, efficient way of getting their Coke.
I really want to help your drug use. It's my goal. I don't care. Mother Teresa wanted to help children. I want to help your drug habit.
We don't want you to have to go all the way to Amsterdam. Come on. Who wants to go to Amsterdam?
I will give you my email if you want to mail me plane tickets.
We have a GoFundMe page for Terrell set up if you want to help him get overseas.
It's either for a plane ticket to Amsterdam or to revive me from my OD.
Actually, we don't trust Terrell with a large sum of money like that. So what we're going to do is the first bit of money that comes in, we're going to use to get him a passport. Because what would happen if you send him a whole lump sum of money, he'll get the passport, and then he'll spend the rest on drugs here in America, and he'll never use the passport.
Well, I got to get ready for a flight. I was funny because I remember I woke up one morning and I was like, wow, I should be a lot more hungover than I am. And then I just kind of go, man, I'm ready to go to work. Let's do oh, right.
I remembered whenever I first started doing comedy, there was certain people that were like, hey, you want to go in on a little something that we're going to party with? And I was like, sure.
By the way, if they do this motion, that's not a bell.
I'm not. I'll put it this way. At the time, I wasn't opposed, and I had nowhere else to be at the time. Okay?
You know what the number one cause of people doing drugs is?
Boredom. So, I was like, well,
and strippers.
I said, well, how much is everybody getting? And they're like, we're getting this much amount. I was like, oh, well, you know, I'll chip in. They suggested something around the $150 price range. I had $50 cash on me. I said, here, I will chip in this much.
Oh, you got an 8-ball?
I don't know. So the bottom line is,
I don't know, probably.
when it came back, what they were partitioning up that we were all going to partake of looked like only about $50 worth. So it looked like I bought everybody's and then shared with everyone.
Hey,
and
we all
that's
need
what
that
I love.
friend.
That's what I love about Tulsa comedy.
We all need that friend.
I hope you have fun in New Orleans. On my $50. I'm not going to mention any names.
I know who it is. I will say we haven't been saying names. I did. One of my good friends these days, he's an English guy, and I talked him into doing a real Coke. He hadn't done Coke in 10 fucking years. And he goes, oh shit, I haven't done this in a decade. I was like, well then you're past due. Here you go. And he did it, and man, for the rest of the night, he told me about where he came from, where his parents came from. He told me about all this shit from England, just random little things.
See, that's what I'm saying. We've been doing this interrogation thing all wrong all these years. Waterboarding? Put somebody's head in a vise? No. Party with them. Buy them a drink.
That's how I get information out of people. Do you know the things that I know about the people that I'm friends with?
Well, I know what information you look for when you start buying drinks. Because I know that's
yeah, can you buy the next round? That's really, at that point, all I'm caring about.
Yeah, that's all he asked me was, if I buy this round, can you buy the next round, and what is your phone number? That's all he wanted to know. And I think the second question was pure reflex. I think he just asked it all the time. He didn't really want my number, but it was just always the second question he asked.
What's your Sorry, that's habit. My bad.
ASL? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
If she doesn't know what that means, she's too young for you.
If you don't know what ASL is, you're too young for it, Terrell. That's the perfect interrogation question.
Just ask her, hey, do you know what Parachat is? No? Yeah, you're too young for me. Fuck off. Do you know what AOL Messenger is?
Did we meet on ICQ? Did we meet on IRC?
You know what's funny is
you don't know what either of those are? Gotcha.
I love it whenever, famous people talk about, I never want people to see that picture of me. And I'm like, okay, real quick, none of us are going to have that option. You want to know why? Did any of you delete your fucking MySpace?
Nope.
Your Zanga? Your Friendster? Or any of that shit? No. You just stopped logging into it, but it's still there.
Oh, yeah. Under my old screen name.
Mine was Chocolate Chunk Vanilla Gorilla or One Crunk Punk.
I got you. Hey, can I buy you a drink? Oh, before I do, did you ever play Mafia Wars? Did you ever waste 8 years of your life playing Mafia Wars?
Oh my god.
No, you don't know what that is? I gotta go.
Hey, so
I gotta go.
How's your Farmville? Is that going?
Does anybody want to see my hobby farm? No.
Can you harvest my crops on my Farmville? It's been 9 years.
Oh, the hobby farm.
Oh my god. Just so much
I forgot
time
about the
wasted.
Mafia Wars till just now, though. Hey, can you send me some backup? I'm about to go to war against so-and-so.
Yeah,
Like,
and
what?
they were adamant, too. They'd send you, 8 messages. I'm like, fuck no.
Can you send me tanks? No. I'm trying to get tanks myself. What are you talking about? Mafia Wars. Oh, those are some good questions, though, to really weed through the pile.
Yeah.
It's like, I can't really
You
tell.
can even
She's
go
got
a
the
step
geek
further.
glasses. I can't really. And the T-shirt says Dead Kennedy. I still can't. Hey,
Dude.
Hey, you. You ever been on MSN Messenger? No? Okay.
No, she'll look back and go, what's MSN? What's AOL? I was talking to this girl, and she's, she did have the glasses and the Misfits shirt.
So it was really hard to put a date on her.
It really was. And I was just, Misfits shirt. I love the Misfits. One of my favorite bands in the whole world.
Yeah.
Turns out she didn't even know who it was. She just thought it was we're Misfits. And I'm like, stop it.
Like that meme that has the guy wearing the Dark Side of the Moon T-shirt, and the girl on her phone next to it goes, "Nice Pride shirt."
Yeah, like that. I cannot.
The thing I don't like is kids. Well, I'll just stop right there. No,
just they're born and they're entitled to stuff.
Whenever you see a 4 or 5 or 6 year old kid, like a real young kid, who doesn't have discriminate taste, but you see him wearing a Dead Kennedy shirt, and you're like, that kid doesn't like Dead Kennedys. That's his dad dressing him that way to brag about his CD collection. You know what I mean?
Yes, as opposed to the kid wearing
me.
Jordans. It's the same thing.
I know, but to see it's your kid.
And also, my
kid
3-year-old does have discriminated taste. I can't talk. I can't wait for more whiskey.
So your 4 or 5-year-old really likes Flaming Lips, huh? No, they don't.
My kid likes Ministry. My kid likes Bouncing Souls. My kids... What?
Mission UK?
I don't think so. I don't think we've delved that deep into it.
Lords of Acid?
Nah. I think it's more like she just likes every once in a while she'll hear something and just kind of
You gotta
like,
start kids out right, man. Pixies.
You know, she's not, but she wouldn't appreciate the subtleties. She wouldn't appreciate the nuance. I'm sorry, I can't be that guy. But no, but that's the thing is that it's like, my kid loves what she likes. You know, she likes what she likes. And
Right.
she's very, very picky about, no, I want that. You know what I mean? I want what I like. I don't want this stuff that's like that. I want my thing.
That's good.
Yeah, she's very cool. Like, I lucked out like a whole motherfucker with my kid.
How old?
She's 3 years old. Her name is Kinley.
Kindley?
Kinley.
Kindley.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds very Irish.
She's a fucking ginger.
No.
Yeah.
Real.
Bright red hair, big old blue eyes.
Perfect.
Ugh.
When can she start learning lines from Annie? Let's get paid while she's still redheaded and cute.
I swear to God, that kid,
Dude,
I can't tell her no.
Here's this is my philosophy because I don't like these shows that have these momagers on it where it's like, I want my kid in movies and all this stuff. Look, if you can get your kid paid off one time and then get them out, do it. Do it. Get paid once, but don't be the mom that's like at every audition. Don't be that greedy hound. You know,
Karen.
Right.
Like, you know the other ones.
Right.
Like, I see she's here again.
But if your kid looks just like Annie and you can get her paid for being Annie, let her be Annie and then get her the hell out of her. Man, you don't want her to stay till the coke gets on the table. that's when you've outlasted your stay.
That's a rough 12 years old, you know.
When you've been in Hollywood long enough that you have a true Hollywood story about you and you're 9, you got to get out, man.
Yeah, when I was entering middle school, that's when the drugs got real bad.
Tonight's true Hollywood story: the Hanson girls. It's like it goes over their lives. Like, this one's just out of jail. This one almost OD'd. The drummer's pregnant. Oh wait, those are all boys, weren't
Those
they?
are boys.
I always get them mixed up, man. That's bad. I'm sorry, but the little drummer? Come on.
They're gonna bop you on the head.
First of all, I didn't know she wasn't 18. I thought the drummer of Hanson.
That was the third tip of working in kitchens. You weren't even listening.
That's the third tip in asking Hanson. The band Hanson. My wife's a redhead. She sucks my soul and wallet only, no matter how many times I hint.
Is that a blowjob joke from a married guy? Do better. Do better.
No, that's a BJ joke from a married comedian.
Do better. Yeah, now I can say it with like professional integrity. Like, do better. That doesn't do well. I will tell you this much. I know you're a married guy and everything,
Right,
but you're not a married comic. You know what I mean? Like, when you do your jokes, you're not like, my wife. I hate those comics. I hate them. I hate them. Because if you do a joke, and I know you, so if you start a joke with like, my wife, this is about to get very dark. Or something like that. But not like, my wife, she makes my life just so difficult. That's like,
my jokes.
Stop those jokes.
I'll do a spoiler alert. My jokes ahead of time are hyperbole. I rarely talk about anything personal in my jokes. I've been berated by other local comedians that I don't leave myself vulnerable enough on stage and give a personal side of me. I don't want to. I would rather write funny stuff that makes people laugh than give you a piece of my soul or whatever that's called.
So I don't want real.
Yeah.
I want to laugh.
Right.
Yeah, I don't. Oh, you got to be vulnerable on stage. All that means is like just tell your jokes.
I get offended by anybody who doesn't just. I'm not offended. That's totally wrong. I don't like to watch comedy shows where they don't jump around from, go off on tangents. I love it when they go off on tangents. If you're a homosexual and your entire 5 minutes is about being gay, do better. If you're a lesbian and your entire 5 minutes is about being a lesbian, do better. If you're a Muslim and your entire 5 minutes is about being a Muslim, do better. If you're a married guy, your entire 5 minutes is about being married, do better. That's what it is. It has nothing to do with married guys.
You get nothing else from this entire thing. Do better.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with...
Do drugs and do better.
It has nothing to do with you talking about your married relationship and doing it in a jokey manner and being able to tell jokes about being married. That's not it. It's using it as a crutch where all of your jokes are about married.
Do better for this.
I really do get upset about gay comedians
That's all they joke about.
That's all they talk about is this is what it's like being gay.
Oh my God. Okay. Do you know Mateo Lane?
If I got up there and did 5 minutes
amazing.
about what it's like being straight, do you think I could draw an audience? No, there's nothing spectacular about my orientation, nor yours.
Also, it just kind of feels more along the lines of that's how they're defining themselves.
True.
Like,
yeah, they're
you
putting
don't have to
themselves
do
in that box.
Yeah.
You know what?
Don't
Here-
corner yourself. Like, you are capable of a spectrum of jokes.
This will be the most controversial
You're so
thing
capable.
I have ever said in 55 episodes of this show or the 2 years I've been on Twitch. Just because you're gay, you don't have to wear a rainbow.
You don't have to.
You don't have to.
It's your right if you want to.
Yeah.
You don't have to.
Yeah.
And guess what? You
And
don't
if
have
you-
to
if
tell
you-
everyone about what's going on in your life.
Yeah.
Whether it's gay, whether it's you've made a decision to do this, that, or the other
Vegan.
thing. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, but if you are part of that community and you don't feel like you want to wear a rainbow pin or something, you don't have to. And the other members of the community shouldn't make you feel bad for not. That's just how it is.
And that's the thing too, is that like, you know me, people will
I
be
don't
like,
think
oh,
anybody should box
you
it."
hate them because of this, you hate them because of that.
No,
I hate them.
I just don't like.
I don't give a shit what they
I
like.
just-
I don't care if they're gay, they're Jewish, they're this, that, the other thing. I don't care about any of that stuff.
I don't
I
like-
hate that person.
I just don't like people that define themselves in a singularity. We are
Yeah.
such complicated, unique individuals, and they're like, no, this is who I am. This is what I stand for. I consistently am this person. You're really not.
No.
Everybody's a hypocrite.
That is okay. Basically, you're defining yourself by a part of what makes you you.
Yeah.
Like, no, you are not just this thing or that thing. You are a collective.
Yeah.
You are the.
Am I a man? Yes. Am I just a man? Well, no. I'm also a husband. I mean, there's so many roles that we fulfill. There's so many interests that we have. There's so many hobbies. Nobody is just that. Oh, I only. Maybe an Olympian. Maybe an Olympian is so focused that they only have one hobby.
I'm a bobsledder.
And
That's it.
And that's all they talk about, and that's all they train for, and they have a very focused lifestyle. But for most of us, we don't have to be put in that situation at all.
And not only that,
Homework for this week.
stop telling guys like us, oh, I've always wanted to do comedy. And just go do fucking comedy. Or shut the fuck up. Jesus Christ. One more fucking person tells, I was thinking about doing comedy. Well, and you didn't, so you're a pussy. Moving on. The fuck out of here. Go do it or shut up.
By the way, if you guys didn't know, Terrell's going to have a motivational program on my channel.
For teenage girls. Do it, pussy! I don't give a shit.
Oh, I don't even know how to wrap it up now. That's good.
I don't know how to wrap it up either. That's how I got the kid.
Wow. Oh God. You're lucky. You're lucky. I live by never leave a bro hanging, because that. I was almost ready to like throw the wedding ring on and be like, well, no, we're done. We're done here.
I'm out.
I'm through with this guy.
I'm done.
Yeah.
You know what's funny though is if you didn't do anything, I'd have been, yeah, I love my damn self.